Jesus often spoke about the importance of trust and faith in daily life. Among his teachings, he emphasized the idea of not worrying about tomorrow, urging his followers to focus on the present and rely on God's provision. This message fits within his broader call to live with humility, compassion, and confidence in divine care. By addressing concerns about the future, Jesus encouraged a mindset grounded in spiritual assurance rather than anxiety. His guidance continues to resonate as a reminder to prioritize inner peace and trust over fear of what lies ahead. The Sermon on the Mount stands as one of the most influential teachings in Jesus' ministry. Delivered to a gathered crowd on a hillside, it encompasses key principles such as humility, compassion, and the pursuit of righteousness. Through passages like the Beatitudes, Jesus outlines a vision for ethical living that challenges conventional values and emphasizes inner transformation. The sermon not only shaped the moral foundation of early Christianity, but continues to inspire discussions about justice and spiritual growth today. To truly grasp the teachings of Jesus, it's important to consider the cultural and historical context of his audience. People living in first-century Judea faced daily challenges such as political unrest, economic hardship, and strict religious traditions. Their lives were shaped by Roman occupation, local customs, and the expectations of their communities. Understanding these factors helps illuminate why Jesus' messages resonated so deeply and how they addressed the pressing concerns of his listeners. This passage encourages us to focus on the present rather than becoming anxious about the future. It suggests that each day brings its own challenges and concerns, so worrying in advance is unnecessary. By concentrating on what we can control today, we can reduce stress and foster a sense of calm. The message reminds us that tomorrow will unfold in its own time, and it is best to address it when it arrives. When Jesus speaks about worry, he refers to the persistent anxiety and concern over daily needs and uncertainties. This kind of worry can dominate a person's thoughts, leading to stress and distraction from more meaningful pursuits. It often stems from a lack of trust in the future or in the provision of what is needed. Worry can affect relationships, health, and overall well-being, making it difficult for individuals to find peace. By addressing worry, Jesus encourages people to seek a deeper sense of trust and focus on what truly matters. Jesus encourages his followers to place their trust in God's ability to provide for their daily needs. He points to examples in nature, such as birds and flowers, which are cared for without worry or effort. By emphasizing God's attentive care, Jesus invites people to let go of anxiety about material concerns. This call to trust is rooted in the belief that God knows what is necessary for each person and will supply what is needed. Ultimately, Jesus teaches that faith in God's provision brings peace and freedom from constant worry. Human anxiety about the future often stems from uncertainty and a lack of control over what lies ahead. Many people worry about their jobs, relationships, health, and the broader state of the world. In contrast, the peace that Jesus offers is described as a calm assurance rooted in faith and trust rather than circumstances. This peace is not dependent on external events, but comes from an inner confidence that things will ultimately work out according to a greater plan. While anxiety can be overwhelming, the peace Jesus provides invites individuals to rest and find comfort beyond their own understanding. Jesus often drew inspiration from the natural world to illustrate his teachings. He referenced the birds of the air, highlighting how they do not sow or reap, yet are cared for by God. Similarly, he spoke of the lilies of the field, noting their effortless beauty, and how they are clothed more splendidly than even Solomon. These examples served to remind his listeners of God's provision and the importance of trusting rather than worrying about material needs. The spiritual principle of focusing on today encourages us to live fully in the present moment, By directing our attention to what is happening now, we can let go of worries about the past and anxieties about the future. This approach fosters greater mindfulness and appreciation for daily experiences. Embracing the present allows us to respond thoughtfully to life's challenges and opportunities, cultivating a sense of peace and clarity. Ultimately, living in the moment can lead to a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us. Thus, we can find reassurance even when the future is unclear. This trust allows us to let go of the need to control every outcome, replacing fear with a sense of peace. Ultimately, relying on God's wisdom provides comfort and confidence as we navigate life's unknowns. Applying Jesus' teaching about worry in today's world involves several practical steps. First, it helps to recognize when anxiety arises and consciously shift focus to the present moment rather than dwelling on future uncertainties. Developing habits such as prayer, meditation, or journaling can provide a sense of peace and perspective. Building a supportive community and sharing concerns with trusted friends or mentors can also lighten the emotional load. Finally, practicing gratitude for what you have today encourages a mindset of trust, reducing the grip of worry over daily life. Many individuals have shared powerful stories about finding peace through trusting in the words of Jesus. For some, this trust provided comfort during times of uncertainty and loss, helping them navigate difficult circumstances with renewed hope. Others describe a sense of calm and reassurance that replaced anxiety and fear, allowing them to face challenges with greater confidence. These testimonies highlight how faith in Jesus' promises can transform lives, offering a foundation of peace that endures even in the midst of adversity. Many people mistakenly believe that Jesus' teaching on worry means we should ignore our responsibilities or avoid planning for the future. However, his intent was not to encourage neglect or passivity. Instead, Jesus emphasized trusting in God's provision and not allowing anxiety to dominate our lives. He urged his followers to focus on what truly matters, reminding them that worry cannot add value or solve problems. By clarifying this, we see that Jesus advocated for a balanced approach, remaining diligent while relying on faith rather than fear. Prayer serves as a powerful tool for cultivating trust and alleviating anxiety. By expressing concerns and hopes through prayer, individuals often find reassurance and a sense of connection to something greater than themselves. This act of trust can help release worries, fostering a feeling of peace and freedom from anxiety. As trust deepens, the mind becomes less burdened by uncertainty, allowing for greater emotional resilience. Ultimately, prayer can transform anxious thoughts into a calm confidence, supporting overall well-being. Embracing the message of Jesus invites us to approach each day with renewed hope and purpose. His teachings encourage us to find strength in compassion, forgiveness, and faith, even when faced with challenges. By living according to these principles, we cultivate a sense of optimism that guides us through uncertainty. Each new day becomes an opportunity to grow, serve others, and experience the transformative power of hope.